In my last video, I told you something that surprises a lot of people. Funding is not about money, it's about preparation. And if you watch that video, you already understand why lenders fund deals and not people. But here's the next question that everyone asks me. So how do I actually become the kind of investor that lenders and partners want to work with? That's exactly what I'm going to cover today. Because there's a specific profile, a specific level of readiness that separates the investors that get funded from the ones that always get told no. And in the next 8 minutes, I'm going to walk you through how to build that profile exactly step by step. Welcome back to the REI Edge, where we focus on real strategies and not hype. If you're new here, this is part of an ongoing series of how real estate funding works at every level. I've been doing this for over 18 years, and I can tell you with complete confidence, getting funded consistently is not luck. It's not about connections, and it's not always about having money already. It's about showing up prepared. And there's a word I use for that, funding ready. Now let me explain exactly what that means. But first, let me tell you what funding ready does not mean. It does not mean perfect credit. It does not mean years of experience, and it does not mean having money in the bank. Although those things can help, but they are not always what makes you fundable. What makes you or your deals fundable is this: you are organized, you're prepared, and presenting a deal that makes sense. That's it. Once that clicks, everything changes. In a few minutes, I'm gonna show you the mistakes that keep most beginner investors stuck. And it has nothing to do with money or credit. But first, let me break down the 5 pillars of what it actually means to be funding ready. Because every investor who consistently gets funded has these 5 things working in their favor. Think of these not as a checklist, but as a way of thinking about your business. Pillar number 1, your financial profile. This right here is your foundation. Lenders will look at your credit profile, not just your score, but what's actually in the report. They'll look at your debt levels, your income stability, and your available reserves. Now here's the thing, you don't need all of those to be perfect, but you do need to know where you stand, because nothing kills your credibility faster than a lender asking you questions about your profile and you not knowing exactly where you stand. In other words, know your numbers before they ask. Pillar number 2, and this is really important, liquidity and reserves. This one surprises a lot of beginners. You don't need to have all of the money, but you do need to have some money. Even a small amount of reserves tells the lender this person has thought about what happens if things go wrong or things get delayed. No reserves at all tells the lender if something unexpected happens, and it almost always does, this borrower is not prepared to handle anything that's out of the ordinary or any problems that might arise in the middle of one of their projects. So before you approach anyone for funding, ask yourself honestly, do I have a financial cushion? Even a small one matters. Pillar number 3, the deal itself. This is the most important pillar. If the deal is right, if the purchase is right, if the ARV is correct, and the margin is solid, funding becomes dramatically easier. On the other hand, if the deal is weak, no amount of preparation, charm, or persistence is gonna make the lender say yes. So before you spend a single minute looking for funding, ask yourself this: is this actually a good deal? Not do I just think it is, but do the actual numbers prove it? Which brings us to pillar number 4, the exit strategy. Lenders want to know one thing above everything else: how do I get paid back? And your exit strategy answers that question. Are you flipping it? Are you wholesaling it? Or are you going to hold it as a rental long term? And just as important, what is your backup exit strategy if your first one does not work out? For instance, a flip that might take longer than expected, a buyer that falls through, or a shift in the market. If you've already thought about it, you can articulate your backup plan clearly. And that right there tells the lender that you're serious. If you have not, that is a red flag for the lender. And finally, pillar number 5, the presentation. This is where most beginners completely fall apart. And it may not be because they don't have a good deal. It's because they can't communicate it clearly. They walk into a conversation with scattered notes, half-finished numbers, and no clear story. And the lender or investor on the other side of that deal loses confidence in 60 seconds or less. So here's the standard that I want you to hold yourself to. Can you explain your deal clearly in 60 seconds? Not perfectly, not with fancy terminology, just clearly. The property, the numbers, the plan, the payoff. If you can do that, you'll sound like a serious investor. And serious investors get funded. So I promised you that I was going to show you the mistake that normally keeps new investors stuck. So here it is. Most new investors skip these pillars. They find a property they like, they get all excited, and they immediately start asking, how do I get funding for this? And they do this before they've analyzed the deal, before they've clearly defined their exit strategy, and way before they can answer very basic questions about their numbers. So when they sit down with a lender, they sound completely unsure. And uncertainty equals risk, and risk equals no. The fix is simple, not easy, but simple. Do the work before you ask for the money. Because when you show up prepared, the entire conversation changes. You're no longer asking for money, you're presenting an opportunity. Now, let me make this concrete for you. Two investors walk into the same exact funding conversation. Investor A says, I found the property. I think it's a good deal. Can you fund it? Meanwhile, investor B says, I have a property under contract at $150,000. The ARV is $240,000 based on 3 comparables in the last 90 days. The estimated repairs are about $40,000. I've already walked the property with a contractor. The exit strategy is going to be a fix and flip. The projected profits are between $30,000 and $40,000. The projected timeline for this project is between 4 to 6 months. Same market, same type of deal, but completely different outcome. Investor A is going to get a polite no. Meanwhile, investor B gets a conversation and likely even gets funded. The difference may have nothing to do with credit, nothing to do with experience, nothing to do with money, and everything to do with preparation. So here's what I want you to do as an action plan after you watch this video. Number 1 is pick a deal. It doesn't have to be under contract. In other words, find the property in your market and work through these 5 things. Number 1 is figure out what is the ARV and how do you know that's the ARV. Number 2, what are the estimated repairs? Number 3, what is your exit strategy and what is the backup strategy? Number 4, what does your financial profile look like right now? And number 5, can you explain the deal clearly in about 60 seconds? Practice that exercise. Do it over and over with different properties. Because the investor that can answer those 5 questions with deals that they're looking at, that investor is funding ready. And funding ready investors get deals done. If you want a structured framework to work through that walks you through exactly what the lenders look for, and it's in the description of this video, completely free. So go grab a copy of it before your next funding conversation. And if you're serious about building this the right way, subscribe to the REI Edge. Because in the next video, we're gonna go deeper into how investors fund deals when they don't have a lot of their own capital. And I'm gonna show you real options that actually work.